All right, let's welcome Dean Burmester from Stinger GC. Dean, well played today, 6 under par round of 65. You are 9 under par, leading by 2, heading into the final round. Can you just talk us through your day today? What went well for you out there?
Yeah, I mean, playing with Phil 2 days in a row is special, you know. The crowds are so positive when Phil's around, and, you know, the crowd certainly turned out today. And, you know, walking on that first tee, you always get those butterflies, but it just felt special today, you know. Phil having achieved what he'd done, and a lot of the comments that were flying, I think it was great humor. So for me, it just put me at ease, and, you know, first hole played really tough, and then second hole kind of played tough, and then sort of got into the round from there. Made a couple good saves on 1 and 2, and then, you know, from there it just kind of fed into the rest of the round, and then made 2 lovely birdies on 6 and 7, and then you know, 8. I actually didn't hit a bad putt and got a gust of wind and missed like a 3.5 footer, and it was like I kind of woke up again. I think I was living in a bit of a dream world, and then realized how tough it was. But yeah, the 12th hole, 2 days in a row to make eagle, kind of keep the momentum, is exactly what I needed. And, you know, I've hit 2 perfect 4-irons in there both days, and, you know, left myself with a chance. And then today I got a great read off Tyrrell and just rolled it straight in the middle. And then all of a sudden it just felt, you know, I got in a little run there, eagle, birdie, and eagle, birdie, and then it was, you know, just hang on coming in basically.
You've had a great season so far, currently 8th in the standings. I think your strongest finish was 2nd in Hong Kong. What would it mean for you to get it done tomorrow at this stage in the season with 1 event to go?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I've knocked on the door a couple times, Hong Kong, Saudi, and then, you know, the UK. I know Waco played incredible, but I felt like I was trending in the right direction there. For me, it's been a great season with a lot of highlights, but there have been some lows in there. But that's just the game of golf. So for me to kind of have a chance coming this late of the season is what I kind of need and what I wanted. Just to have a chance to win on a Sunday is special. So, and to do it against one of the best players in the world in John, and the new exciting kid, you know, in Bias there is going to be special. It'll be fun. I'm going to have to brush up on my Spanish, but it'll be a good day.
Final one from me, Stinger GC trending well this week. You're 10 under, currently 2nd. What would it mean for you guys to get it done?
Yeah, that's probably the most special thing. I think all 4 of us have been speaking about how, you know, we've had a lot of chances in the last couple of years, and we haven't got a win over the line. This 4 scores to count. But the guys have put in a lot of hard work. You know, Brandon has really started to trend this back end of the season, which is special, and it's great for us all to see. So this week we organised a house for the 4 of us for the first time in a while. Last time we did it actually was Tulsa, and we won in Tulsa. So, you know, a house again this week. It could be a good omen for us. So yeah, special, and it's nice to see the guys kind of pushing on. I know it's tough and tricky in the hot wind, but yeah, for all 4 guys to kind of pitch in is good.
Over to you, Mike.
All 4 guys are staying in the same house this week?
Yeah, all 4 guys, and then Louis' eldest daughter, Yana. So yeah, we're all in the same house. She's kind of keeping us on the straight and narrow, I think. Otherwise it would be a few too many brandies and beers, I think.
Okay. So it's hot out there, it's windy. Are there any similarities to when you won in Miami?
Yeah, they are actually. You know, Miami, Durrell's probably a slightly more challenging golf course off the eye, but this golf course plays tough. I know the scoring's been pretty good, but honestly, the golf course, it's bouncy. You need a little bit of luck, kind of hold a few of these fairways. And then the greens are just pure. I mean, they're as good at bent grass greens as you'll see, especially in this heat. So, you know, if you take a combination of driving it well, which I am, and what I did in Miami is I drove it really well and gave myself a lot of birdie chances. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Just manage my way around and give myself as many, even if it's 40, 50 footer, it's better than, you know, going at a pin and you know, short-siding yourself with this gnarly rough. So, yeah, very similar to Miami. So I suppose that brings back some good memories. Thanks for that, Mike.
And when I saw you Sunday at Valderrama, you obviously weren't a particularly happy camper. Was that something that was kind of easy to dismiss, that result, or did you use it as some type of motivation? How did you process it?
Yeah, Valderrama was probably the lowest point of the season for me. Obviously, my worst score by a long shot since I've been on LIV. But that golf course just lends itself to, you know, you're just a little bit off and you just get punished, and then it just feels like you get punished over and over and over again. And I was in a little bit of a low spot there, but I did use it as motivation. I've worked really hard since then. You know, I've tried to lose a few pounds and get myself back into shape, which I kind of found myself fatiguing a little bit towards the end of rounds. So I've done that, and I've done a good job so far. And I've got a long way to go still, but I want to get back into some sort of shape because these young kids are coming out thick and fast. So we got to keep up with them, and that's kind of bode well. I think mentally that's helped me. I feel better about how I look and how I feel. You know, the whole vibe around how I walk around the golf course. So I think that's bode well into going into the UK and, you know, making a cut at the Open and those kinds of things. It's just the body's reacting well.
All right, thanks.
Dean, you're obviously one of the longest hitters in the league and in the world. How do you balance trying to gain and continue to chase distance without sacrificing accuracy?
Yeah, for me, I'm pretty fortunate. I've never had to chase it. I've kind of always had it since I started out. I've always hit it a pretty long way. So for me, it's more a control thing. Like this week, for instance, you know, I tee down quite a few shots into the wind to try and kind of maximize the roll out on those fairways. Almost play like a linksy kind of tee shot. So that's great. And then, you know, when it's downwind, you just kind of let it rip. So yeah, I'm lucky. I don't chase it. I don't hit many fairways in general. But yeah, when I do, I seem to contend and do a good job.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Do we have any more questions? All right, Dean, thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great
Play well
evening.
tomorrow.
Not too many red wines.